There are many reasons for the recent battles on South Africa's city streets, with xenophobia cited as one of them. But perhaps this is too simplistic. Whatever reasons cited, it seems the root issue is the struggle for scarce resources, particularly as the phenomenon of urbanization grows, with municipal authorities often not adapting to the needs of a city growing in population. On top of that, high unemployment levels and the resultant poverty and increasing inequality make for a potentially restless society. If we look back to history, the French Revolution in 1789 saw a revolt against the monarchy, with its royal members executed. Following 7 years of war and the American Revolutionary War, the autocratic French government, which was deeply in debt, tried to levy unpopular taxes on the public. These were regressive in nature and caused real suffering and desperation for survival among the public, creating serious tensions between the working class and privileged classes. Fast forward to more recent history, the Arab Spring, which was a series of anti-government protests which saw uprisings and armed rebellion. This spread from Tunisia, where it started, across North Africa and the Middle East in the early 2010s. People, especially the youth, were fed up with oppressive regimes, high unemployment levels and the low standards of living for the majority of the people. Social media was used as a significant mobilizer of the protests. These protests changed the dispensation in many of the countries where these uprisings took place. In 2018, in France, we saw the start of the Yellow Vest protests. This arose from French motorists and extended to other people who were protesting against the higher fuel taxes and the generally higher cost of living. The protests were extremely violent in many instances, with clashes seen between the protesters and police. The bottom line is that at the base of all these protests and uprisings are bread and butter issues. Once people's access to basics are under threat, social rampage becomes a serious possibility. And with South Africa's high unemployment levels, especially youth unemployment of plus 55%, growing poverty and inequality, and material economic growth looking elusive for now, the country's social balance will likely remain fragile. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News.